What does living by grace mean? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever felt like you're trying so hard to be good enough for God? Like you're constantly failing, constantly striving, constantly falling short? You pray, you serve, you give, you push yourself to do more, to be more. But deep down you wonder, am I pleasing God? That my friend is where grace steps in. Not earned, not deserved, not owed. Grace is the gift that changes everything. Grace isn't earned. It's given. You don't have to perform to be loved by God. You don't have to work your way into His presence. You don't need to fix yourself before you come to Him. You come just as you are, and He meets you there. Ephesians 2 verses 8. For by grace you have been saved through faith, and that not of yourselves. It is the gift of God. You were never meant to climb your way up to God. Jesus came down to meet you. You don't strive for grace. You receive it, and when you receive it, it begins to transform every part of your life. The enemy wants to trap you in your past, wants to chain you to guilt and whisper lies that you're not worthy. But grace says your past is not your prison. Grace says you are not condemned, you are forgiven. Romans 8 verses 1. There is therefore now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. When grace shows up, shame has to leave. Guilt is silenced, and your soul begins to breathe again. Grace empowers you to live holy. Let's be clear. Grace isn't a license to live any way you want. Grace is not permission to sin. Grace is power. Grace is transformation. It doesn't make holiness optional. It makes holiness possible. Titus 2 verse 11 to 12. For the grace of God has appeared, bringing salvation to all men. It teaches us to say no to ungodliness and worldly passions, and to live self-controlled, upright and godly lives. When you live by grace, obedience stops being a burden. It becomes a joy. You're not trying to earn love. You're responding to it.